Hey, how y'all? This is Kelly, Crochet Ma for Life. Uh, I thought I'd get on here on this Monday and just do a little talking. I'm by myself. Dalton's gone, husband's gone. It's just me and my two fur babies, so I'm not by myself. I have some company in there, even though they're sleeping. uh, that seems to be what they like to do during the day when there ain't much activity going on with husband coming in and out. It's overcast here. We're supposed to be getting some rain here in a little bit. We're under a tornado watch. Um, aren't we all these days? I really feel for everybody that has been impacted by these storms. I mean, man, it just don't stop. And so, I'm really dreading this weather, y'all. It just seems to me like it's not letting up. If it ain't the snow in some places, it's still getting it. I know Miss Bonnie up in Michigan, she's still getting snow. And hey, Miss Bonnie, hey girls. I I know they're still getting that snow up there, and it's cold. I see that blue streak on the Weather Channel or the Fox News Channel is what the weather is what I watch because it's on Pluto and it's free, so that's what we watch. But yeah, so I been seeing that, and then all these storms, and I've been checking on some of my girls out yonder way, see if all y'all's all right. So y'all check in here if anybody's living out that way and you're having to go through all this mess. Let me know how it is your way. You know, what's the weather like? Because it's been hot here, and the seem like the storms is just hanging out. They're inching our way, and so we're supposed to, like I said, we're on a tornado watch right now, and it's supposed to be all day long weather. So, you know, I'll just hang on to my granny panties and deal with it. I mean, what choice do you have? You know, I could fly in a car and go somewhere and hang out, you know, if it got too bad. But I don't know where that would be exactly. Probably would go up to my store where I used to work. They got a cooler. Got several coolers. And if it got bad during the day, I'm gonna go up there with my girls up there. I'm sure they'll let me hide out in the cooler, you know, if it got too bad. Of course, can't take my fur babies, and so I probably wouldn't do that. I mean, I love my fur babies, so it's a conundrum is what it is. But I'm not scared. I really ain't, because you know, I'm at this point in life. It's like whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and all you got to do is just pray and push through it. You know, get to the other side of it, and then whatever's on the other side, get to the other side of that. So that's my feelings about life here lately. So, but anyway, enough about that mess. I thought I'd get on here and just gab a little bit. And last week, after I finished my emotional support chicken, I need a hug on her today. I asked hubby, because I was asked in my comments, you know, you need to give her a name. And I asked him, and he said, Paula. I'm thinking, didn't you name my, whatchamacallit, what do you call them things where you put your clothes on, your mannequins? He named that thing Paula too. And I'm thinking, what's with Paula? Who's Paula? I'm just playing. But you know, he said, just name her Paula. Let me see if I can grab her. She's right behind you. And knocked down on several other things too, but I'm just going to hang on to Paula right now. Paula is my friend. She don't talk back, and she don't talk about me or whatever, you know. I don't even think nobody if they talk about me, they probably ain't got much to say because I don't go nowhere. I stay right here in my little hubby hole in this house. And we got out Saturday. We went to Walmart because hubby had to get his stuff to pack in the travel trailer because he's gone for a few days. And you know, that was an ordeal. I mean, everybody and their mama was at Walmart Saturday. And it wasn't just them. It was the people with the blue buggies, pushing them around and shopping for people like me that don't want to go to Walmart. And you know what? I like that out. You know, I've done it a couple of times where you add your stuff and then, what is it, Walmart pickup? But every time I do that, I forget stuff, and so I end up walking up in there anyway. And that defeats the purpose. But I don't shop at Walmart like I used to because of my knee, my knees now. And it wears me out, and so I just end up going down here to the Dollar General. But he needed some things, and he wanted to go in town. I said, you're going to pay a lot, I mean, anybody that can go into Piglet and pay $9 for to almost $10 for a jar of Miracle Whip. I mean, that's what we deal with here in this town. And you go to Walmart and pick it up for $4 or $5, Anyway, I said, you'll pay so much more, So we went down there and picked up some things and he needed, and I picked up some things that I needed. And we got back, and I ended up cooking. I cooked him some baked chicken and some spaghetti, and I portioned them out. Like I said, I'm just going to get on here and gab today, y'all. I portioned them out for him some meals to take with him. So he got him about 10 days worth of meals, he said, out of what I cooked. Because used to, before he had his heart attack, he'd eat TV dinners. Or he might pick up some fast food. And I'm convinced between that, and he was a smoker, that caused his cholesterol and all that to get really bad. And so now he kind of watches what he eats, and that's something easy that he can, and it's homemade or whatever, and he can portion it like the chicken. He can put him some green beans or a baked potato or something with it to make a better meal than a TV dinner anyway. So I did that, and I was tuckered out Saturday night. I think I slept like a rock that night. No, I didn't, because he had to get up at 4:30. I had to make sure he was up so he could get ready to go. Anyway, what was I talking about? Paula. I'm going to hug on this chicken today. So, yeah. So I'm here hanging out, and got some things. I got a million things I want to do crochet wise. Every time I turn around, I'm seeing something somebody's doing that I want to do. And I've had this startitis thing going on, and I got them flowers staring at me, and I got the blanket staring at me. I don't like to keep a lot of whips, but I got a couple of whips going on right now, and then I just want to make small things. So I'm just a hot mess. Let me hug on Paula again. So anyway, I thought I'd get on here and just gab. So what have I been doing actually? Well, I started on, let me put Paula down here beside me. I started on this little, somebody mentioned, I'm sorry I can't remember because I'm not very good at remembering a lot of things here lately. They mentioned this book in my comments. So if that's you, hey, thank you. I've had this beside my chair. Back when I was going through here a couple of weeks ago, I found this book back here. And this is one of 3 in a series. So they mentioned, something about this book. I said, as a matter of fact, I've got this book pulled out right beside me. And so I've started on, and I ain't got far, y'all. I've started on this little guy, and I think he's cute. He's adorable. Let's see if I can find a good picture of him. I like this one. It doesn't come with this, but all right, let me show you just the front of the picture of it. It's Charlie. Imagine that. Charlie the platypus. Ain't he cute? And I know somebody's made this. It's either Julie or Miss Cassandra or it could have been Miss Caroline. But somebody has made Charlie. It might have been Miss Marcia. Mimi makes keepsakes. So he's cute, ain't he? So, and I've got several. I've got the head and the little, you know, snout or whatever you want to call it. What does it call it in this book? The bill. Okay. Got the head, the bill, and I've started on the legs. So here's my leg situation going. Oh, the legs. I tell you what, legs are just the bane of my existence. But I was getting all twisted up about the legs, and I said, just take it easy. I hear the rain now, y'all. Just slow down, take it easy, and it's not that big of a deal. Like I tell y'all sometimes when you're making legs. So I took my own advice. So I was making him. And then I saw Miss Bonnie at Strawberry Bonnie Crochet. She was showing some things, and I seen she had Cory, the giant bunny, in her background, and I've made that before. So I thought that would be an easy make, and I might could sell that right here at Easter if if somebody wants it. So, but anyway, that's what I've started on, Charlie the Platypus, and I'm making this with that Premier Basic DK, y'all. The DK yarn I was using for my nativity scene back in December. And so it's an adjustment, but I like it so far, making this bigger than the nativity little characters. But it's not as big as some of the other amigurumi that I make with the worsted weight. But I'm liking the yarn. So, but yeah, so I've started that, and then I jumped off to Cory the giant bunny, and that is a pattern, and it's on Ravelry, and I will link it. It's a free pattern. And how I got turned on to this pattern was my friend Mirren. She sent me the link or whatever to get to it, and it's on Ravelry. It's called Cory the Giant Bunny, and it's by Airali Designs, Airali Designs. So last year, I think it was last year, I made this. She's still here, but she has no tail. So if I'm going to sell this, and I hate to sell it because I like it. I did a pretty good job on the face, I think, and the ID, the eye detail or whatever. But I didn't make her a tail, so I got to make a tail. But I like this pattern. It's a very easy pattern. And about the hardest thing about this pattern is trying to figure the situation out, as always for me, So I said, well, I want to make that again. So this is my, and I just finished it this morning. This is my little bunny, and it's a lot smaller than this one. Somewhat, look. So, but I used I have this yarn that I bought last year, Premier Sweet Roll Frosty, and the colorway Marzipan. This is 100, and this is 100% acrylic. It's a medium 4-weight. It's got 245 yards in it. It's 5 ounces. And I color controlled it after I made the head and the body because, had this little thing. It looks like it's got on a crop top. So then I got another ball, and I color controlled her. So, yeah, I love working with this yarn too. I think Premier's had it on sale. I made a little pom-pom. I made this pom-pom I made this pom-pom first. And this is a huge pom-pom on this. I said, well, that's going to have a big old butt. So I made another one, and I made it smaller. I had to search for these pom-poms in this room, and I've made a mess, and I've got to clean it up. And I used this one to begin with. Oh, I dropped that too. But then I dropped it down to this one and made. So yeah, I enjoyed making this bunny, and it's, like I said, it's very, very easy pattern. Very easy pattern. So Miss Tracy at I Love Loopy's Crochet and Treasures, you can make this bunny, Miss Tracy. You sure can. If I know you can make it, if that's what you want to do. I know she's been making loaf cats and things, and but yeah, so I enjoy it. So I'm gonna try to part with her and part with this one, and see if maybe somebody out there might want them to put in some child's Easter basket. So yeah, I think I will go back. I used safety eyes on this one. I asked Dalton this morning. I said, Dalton, what color do I need to use a pink? He said, yeah, use it, but it didn't look right. So I just took some more of this and used it on that. So, yeah, so I enjoyed making that. And I'm going to make another one. I might start another one tonight. I don't know. Might make it in a chocolate color. So I've got the bits and bobs in here because I had, I told you I had to color control it. So now I got all these things left over. And it just never ends with the scraps you keep over. So anyway, so I might have to come up with something else here. I like to try to find something else to do and get rid of that. So yeah, so that's my make for this weekend. Saturday I watched a tutorial by the Regretful Yarn Addict, and it's a simple tutorial, and she made a keychain chicken. So I remembered when I was going through this mess back here with y'all, I had some of these. So she has a little chain, that hooks up to that, but I don't have that. And I need to use what I got. So do you think that would be all right? So yeah, I made that one. Very easy pattern. Very simple. Then I made a bigger one because she tells you you can. This one has 2 rows of a straight single crochet at one point, and this one has 4. So I made that one a little bit bigger, and I embroidered the eyes on it. So yeah, so I'm on a chicken kick. And another thing I did, just a little tiny thing, I've never made a bumblebee. I don't think. I can't recall if I have. And I've been watching a channel. She's been around a while, but I just caught her because sometimes those things just pop up, in the home bar on my TV. And it's Crochet with Lulu, and she's been making these little bees. And this pattern is a simple pattern by Hooked on Robin. So I will try to link that pattern. So what my idea about these little small things is, I'm going to make a little saying on it, and I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag. And when I go to the library and turn my book in, I'm going to take a few of these and just walk around and put them in there somewhere. So I've got to come up with some other little, I got all that, the worry worms here. I've got things I could do like that. So that's what because you know what? Right now, everybody needs to have something that brightens their day. I mean, you do that anyway. Everybody needs that every day. But seem like right now, everybody is just kind of wondering what's going on, in the world. So many bad things happening and all that, and we just don't really know, and we don't really need to worry about it, because why worry about it, right? It is what it is. But it's a lot of things out there that can worry a person, and if I can do something like that might make somebody smile or some little kid giggle, I think I'm gonna start doing that. So I encourage anybody out there that can make little butterflies. I think you can make a butterfly with the granny square. I've done that before a long time ago. Just little things like that, and just put them in a Ziploc bag. And you don't have to have a printer to print out all those cutesy little cards. You can have a handwritten little piece of paper and put in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do my best handwriting and do that. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, since I saw y'all last. And I've been reading on this little book some, in the library. I had to recheck it out because I gave it up for a few days, but I've been reading on it this weekend. I'm almost to page 100. It's a cute little book. I'm enjoying it, I think I would want to read the rest of them if I can get my library to, get the rest of them. So if I can't, maybe I can get them off eBay or something one day. So yeah, so that's a cute little book. And what else? I got my girl to order me some sunglasses, because I don't know if I talked to y'all about the glamour chicks they've been showing on Facebook. Those things are so cute. So that might be something I work on too this week. And it's not going to take long to do that. So yeah, I got me some of them. So that's my extent of my crochet life this week. I haven't even touched the blanket. I ain't touched them flowers. I probably need to work on them flowers today after I do a few little things. But yeah, I ain't touched them flowers. She ain't asked about them. I guess she knows me. So I do need to get back on them flowers and do some more. And also, maybe that's probably, I put it off like I put off the chicken. And I finished the chicken. So, yeah. So I got to get back on them flowers. But it's so many things out here that you want to do, And I seem like I've been doing this squirrel brain here lately, Yeah, I see, it's like Strawberry Bonnie Crochet, Miss Bonnie. She been making bunnies. Well, she's been making them out of the plushie yarn. Well, I packed my plushie yarn back over in this corner, buried. I've been wanting to do that, but then you got to go through the corner. That's why I wish I had all my stuff to where I could have it displayed, where I could just reach up and get it. So I don't have much of that yarn, but I've got it put in a tote, a bag over there, big old Temu bag. So, but yeah, I'll say, well, I don't want to mess with that in a while, and then I don't want to mess with that anymore for a while. And the next thing you know, you're seeing a pattern that you want to mess with, but you done buried it. It's like I haven't made a pom-pom in forever and a day, and I knew my pom-pom makers was in here. Well, I've made a little bit of a mess in here, and the first place I looked, pom-pom, I didn't find it. Well, then I made the mess, and then I come back to the first place I looked, and there they are. All my life. So, but yeah, I wish I could display all my stuff like this, where I could just reach up and get it. So, yeah. Crochet life is wild. This is what I made the bunny with, a 4.0. That's what I made the bunny with this time. That might be why it turned out smaller. I like this yarn. This is some good yarn. It's very soft to work with. So I did color control it, like I said. So probably repeating myself. When I was going through trying to find them pom-poms a while ago, I found this, y'all. This is my very first hook case I got. This hook case has been with me all across the United States when I was traveling with Charlie, you know. But I don't like working. I don't work with these hooks anymore. But these were some of these were the first ones I got. They boy hooks, and yeah, I try to work with them, and then I find myself just go back reaching for these kind of hooks, the ergonomic. I guess once you go there, you can't go back. But anyway, so I've got to clean up my little mess I made over here. It's just a small mess. It's not bad. So let's see. I wrote some notes. I'm all over the place. I told you about all my little makes, but I wanted to mention, y'all, go over there and subscribe to Crochet with Lulu. She's a small channel, just like, well, she's got 371 subscribers, you know. But let's get her up there, you know, and just go over there and subscribe to her, and get her some more subscribers. That's how I was when I first started out, you know. I started out with 100 for a long time, and then I had a few shout outs, and they got me, you know, got me on up. Miss Tracy at I Love Loopy's Crochet and Treasure, she helped me several times to get me some more subscribers. And but the very first one that shouted me out was Miss Jane at Scraptastic Yarns. So I always appreciate Miss Jane. But yeah, let's get her some more subscribers. And this is not a crochet related channel, but I sit here and watch recipe channels a lot, and I found a channel that I just absolutely adore, and they are a couple up in North Georgia, and it's Marie and Calvin at Southern Country Living. They're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers, and they're almost there. But y'all, go subscribe to them. You won't regret it. I love watching Marie and Calvin. They do the recipes in their little kitchen, you know, and then they go on shopping hauls where they go to Sam's and the Dollar Tree and Walmart, stuff like that. And then on Sundays, they do their Sunday chats, and they always have a devotional, and they got a prayer book, and I just love watching them. I really do. So y'all go and just look. I'll link one of their videos in my description box. But I really enjoy watching them. And if you've got any channels that you really enjoy watching, and you know, like that or whatever, it don't matter what kind of channel it is, crochet or you know, homesteading channels or whatever, you know, that interest you, put them in my description box, because you know, I just sit in my chair, and I like to watch all kind of stuff. So yeah, I really enjoy watching Marie and Calvin. So, and I like Mandy in the Making too. And who else do I watch? Southern Frugal Mom. I like to watch hers too. So yeah. So those are some channels I like. I've been meaning to mention Marie and Calvin for a couple of weeks now, and I keep forgetting, so I made me a few notes. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this last week, and so I just want to get on here and gab a little bit. And I was looking at my devotional I keep beside my chair here lately, and today's was April 7th, and it's Strengthened by Love. And it says, when we find ourselves in the abyss of painful circumstances, it can feel as though joy is lost forever. There are some times in life when our experiences will defy the hope that we once held firm. When these dark seasons drag on, which mine has for a while now, this was meant for me today to read, how do we cope? How do we survive without drowning in our discouragement and despair? That's been me. Our God is called our comfort for a reason. He does not expect us to be strong on our own merit. He draws close to the humble. He is a friend to those the world looks down upon, and He offers us strength we could never conjure up. In our weakness and our pain, we come to Him as wounded children who run to their loving caregiver. He is always there to offer the comfort we need. And the verse that goes with it is in 2 Thessalonians 2:16 and 17. May our Lord Jesus Christ Himself and God our Father, who loved us and by His grace gave us external comfort and a wonderful hope, comfort you and strengthen you. So that's a good devotion for me. And reading that, y'all, I am not trying to portray myself as a I don't know what you call a Bible thumper, I guess, whatever people call people who go to church, bad names like that sometimes. But I'm not the most perfect person, and I haven't been to church in a long time, several years. But I was raised to believe in the Lord, and I was raised that He is my comforter, and I always go back. It's always with me. So I wanted to read that to y'all, but don't think that I'm just this big know-it-all, because I don't know a whole lot at all. But I know where I need to go. I know when I lay down at night who I pray to, and if you don't, wherever you go to that's your source of comfort, I encourage you to go for that source of comfort. But I've never been one to push things down people's throat. I have a lot of beliefs that other people probably that go to church, they don't believe, but about people, I mean, I don't even know where I'm going here. But anyway, I'm not one to just, spit things out. But when I find something that means something to me, I want to share it. And so I wanted to share that with y'all today. Well, now that I've stumbled over my words quite a bit, and I probably haven't expressed myself the right way, I'm sorry. But I loved reading that this morning. And now I got that off Amazon. Few years back. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here and see what else I can get into before I need to go to get some stuff at the store. See what else I can do today, and what other crocheting squirrelness I can get into. So, I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope you have a great week. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate every comment and every like, and all y'all that keep coming back. Thank y'all so much, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.